nutritional disorders, and we will revise basic parts of nutrients. Okay, so the learning objects of today's class are various important dietary components and their uses, what is normal dietary requirements, what is basal metabolic rate, and its thermogenic effect. Okay. Next, we will discuss about balanced diet and different types of protein energy malnutrition and another nutritional disorder, that is obesity. Okay. So to start, what are the major dietary components in our food? Carbohydrate, fat, protein. Anything else? Vitamins. Anything else? Minerals. So we can divide our dietary components into 5 major nutrients, and they are divided into 2 parts, like macronutrients and micronutrients. Macronutrients are carbohydrate, fat and protein, and micronutrients are minerals and vitamins. Why they are called macro and micro? Why this differentiation? Because of the required amount, okay, and the function. The function of macronutrient is to provide energy and to supply the structural parts, whereas the micronutrients help in the metabolism and partially into the structural part. Okay, so macronutrients are protein, fat and carbohydrate, and the energy distributed or derived from proteins are 7 to 15% of daily requirement, whereas from fat we get 35 to 45% of our daily required energy, whereas the percentage of energy produced by carbohydrates are 50 to 70%. Is this clear? Next are the micronutrients. I told about vitamins and different minerals. এগুলো সব পড়া হয়ে গেছে. This is just a revised class. Okay. So the vitamins and minerals, they play important role in metabolism of the macronutrients. তাই তো? And they help as coenzyme of different enzymes, and they act as cofactors. Okay, clear? Next, this is the list of the nutrients required, macro and micro. So in macronutrients, what are the carbohydrates? Carbohydrates can be divided into 2 parts. One is digestible, another is undigestible, that is dietary fiber. Okay. In case of proteins, proteins are made up of different amino acids, and from proteins we get the structural amino acids or the essential amino acids. How many essential amino acids are there? How many of them are, how many total amino acids are there? Out of 20, how many are essential? কেউ বলতে পারছে না. 10. Semi-essential? Which 2 are semi-essential? Okay, good. So, we all know about this, the part that the part of carbohydrate that provides energy is digestible carbohydrate. And what is the energy produced? That is 4 kilocalorie per gram. And the whole of 50 to 70% of the energy requirement is met by carbohydrate only. Okay. And the undigestible part is known as dietary fiber. And what is the role of dietary fiber? durable, to increase the content of stool, and anything else? Short note on dietary fiber is very common. So, what is the role of dietary fiber? Yes, to colonize the probiotic bacteria. And anything else? Bowel movement, to produce the bulk of the stool. He told that. Anyone else? Prevents constipation is the same thing. Very good. So it reduces the absorption of cholesterol, and also it reduces the sugar spike, glucose spike after food. Okay, so these are the important role of dietary fibers, and they prevent coronary heart disease. How? By lowering the cholesterol, and colon cancer by mobilizing the bowel, and also diabetes, diverticulosis, and hemorrhoids. Okay. So what is the energy produced? What is the amount of energy produced by 1 gram of fat? It is 9 kilocalorie. 9 kilocalorie. What was the amount in carbohydrate? 4. So it is exactly double amount of energy produced by fats than carbohydrate. And see, the total energy percentage made by fats are 35 to 45%. And what else is the role of fat? So what is the role of fat as nutrients? It helps in absorption of fat soluble vitamins. তাই তো? আর তাছাড়া কি? Provides essential fatty acids. Okay? Acha, what are the roles of proteins as nutrients? Other than producing energy, what is the energy production of protein? What is the value? 4. Okay, same as carbohydrate, 4 kilocalorie per gram. But what are the roles? Why proteins are so important? And why will we learn more about protein energy malnutrition? Like, other than energy production is not the major function of proteins. Okay. Already we saw that 50 to 70% energy production is done by carbohydrates, whereas 30 to 40%, 35 to 45% is by fats. So the left amount is very low. Okay, like 10%, 10 to 15% only. So proteins are important for the structural parts as tissue. What are the tissues? Connective tissue, muscles, bones, everything, right? And also important as enzymes and hormones. Enzymes and hormones are structurally proteins. Okay. And also antibodies, immunoglobulins, they are also proteins. They help in immunity of our body, and also for the supply of essential and non-essential structural amino acids. Proteins are necessary. So protein is related to another important thing, that is nitrogen balance. Why? Because protein is the only source of nitrogenous compound, or the amino acids are the only source of nitrogens in our body. So what do we mean by nitrogen balance? When the intake and the output is equal, it is known as nitrogen balance. Or when the amount taken, the protein amount of protein taken is the exact amount of nitrogen or urea excreted. When these amounts are same, they are known as nitrogen equilibrium. But what is protein positive nitrogen balance and what is negative nitrogen balance? What is positive nitrogen balance? When the intake and input and output both are same, it is known as equilibrium. So when can we call it as positive nitrogen balance? Input is more than output, or requirement is more than output. What are the conditions when the input should be more? Pregnancy and lactation, and the most natural phase, that is growing phase, or in children's, pregnant women and lactating mothers, they are in positive nitrogen balance, whereas in severely diseased conditions we may see negative nitrogen balance, where there is excessive muscle breakdown leading to excess nitrogen output. Clear? And that may lead to protein energy malnutrition. When the input is low and output is high, it is known as negative nitrogen balance, and it may lead to muscle wasting, leading to protein loss and protein energy malnutrition. Ultimately, if not treated, it may lead to death also. And what are the most important protein energy malnutrition disorders? Kwashiorkor and marasmus. Okay, so how to determine what is the required dose for any individual? The requirement depends on these factors like optimum requirements, minimum requirements, recommended daily allowance or intake, or safe level of intake. All these parameters are considered when we fix the required dose for an individual. And mostly recommended daily intake allowance, or RDA, is the term used for the value to be given for an adult human. Okay. And it is defined as the amount of nutrients sufficient for the maintenance of health in nearly all individuals. It is considered for the majority population. Okay. So this term, RDA, you may have seen in your books, like what is the RDA of vitamins, individual vitamins or individual minerals. So RDA means the minimum amount, or the amount required for maintaining the health in any individual for that particular nutrient. Okay, and we have discussed this, that for children and pregnant and lactating women, allowance are generally higher for growth of tissue and production of milk, and energy has to be adequate to meet energy expenditure, energy intake, as I discussed regarding the nitrogen balance. But not only nitrogen balance, but the whole energy value also should meet the energy intake should meet the energy expenditure value. Otherwise, there will be loss of what? There will be negative calorific deficit, and that will lead to loss of body weight and impairment of body functions. Okay. In case of excess energy intake, it will lead to accumulation of fats in body, leading to obesity. Okay, the energy value is denoted in the units of kilocalorie. Nowadays, it is also expressed in joule. And what is the conversion value? 1 kilocalorie is equal to 4.2 or 4.18 kilojoule. Okay. And these are the energy values for protein, fat and carbohydrates. Okay, so how to determine the expenditure amount? What is the energy expenditure? How to detect? It depends on the basal metabolic rate of an individual. It depends on the thermogenic effect or specific dynamic actions of the food, physical activity of that individual and environmental temperature. These factors affect the energy expenditure. How? What is basal metabolic rate? What is basal metabolic rate? Anyone? এত সোজা সোজা প্রশ্ন তো তাই কারোর উত্তর দিতে ইচ্ছে করছে না, তাই তো? বল, হোয়াট ইজ বেসাল মেটাবলিক রেট? দেখে দেখে বল কি বুঝছিস। What do you mean by neutral environment? So to elaborate, basal metabolic rate is the energy requirement or the minimum energy required by an individual after 8 to 10 hours of food intake in a state of rest but not asleep, in a state of awake resting state and not doing any vigorous physical activity. The basic metabolic rate, basal metabolic rate is that much of energy, minimum energy required for that particular individual to sustain all his metabolic processes and physiological processes after 8 to 10 hours of a meal in a awake resting state and in a neutral environment. That is, there should be no heat loss. Clear? So, the definition is as the energy expenditure at rest, awake but not asleep in a thermoneutral, that is not cold environment, 8 to 12 hours after the last meal and 8 to 12 hours after any significant physical activity, that is during rest. Okay? BMR is required to maintain these physiological functions. These are the physiological functions that run 24/7 in our body, and that's why the minimum energy is required. And the activities, the physiological functions are activity of heart, respiration, brain function, reabsorption or the kidney function. Next, ion transport across the membrane, nerve impulse conduction and other metabolic activities. Okay, clear? Including the circulation maintained by heart. হয়েছে? বোঝা গেছে? So these are the physiological functions maintained by the BMR. And these are the factors affecting BMR. What do you mean by factors affecting BMR? As I was telling that for particular individual, BMR, your BMR and my BMR is not same. Right? So it depends on the individual, and the factors of individuals are like age, gender, and temperature. Like what is the temperature of that place and the person, wherever the person is exercising or not, whether there is any body temperature or not, and what is the status of thyroid hormones. Okay, why? Because as the age increases, BMR decreases. In the growing age, BMR is high. In the old age, BMR decreases. In case of gender, for males, BMR is higher than females. In case of temperature, in cold temperature, BMR will be high. To maintain the proper body temperature, BMR will be high. Then, if there is any history of exercise or someone is exercising, the requirement of energy will be high. In case of fever or temperature, BMR will be also high. And in case of thyroid hormones, what will be the status of BMR? In which state what will happen? What are the states, different states of thyroid hormones, levels of? So thyroid hormone helps in metabolism, promotes metabolism. So in case of hypothyroidism, there will be decreased metabolism and leading to decreased BMR. Whereas in case of hyperthyroidism, we will see increased BMR. That is why in case of hyperthyroidism, what happens? Weight loss or weight gain? Weight loss. In case of hypothyroidism, weight gain. বোঝা গেছে? Clear? So, what are the normal values for individuals? Like average normal value for BMR for males, it is considered as 40 kilocalorie per square meter per hour. And the BMR value, this is expressed as kilocalorie per square meter of body surface per hour. Okay, so in case of healthy males, it is estimated as 40 kilocalorie per square meter per hour, whereas for females it is 37. And from this we can calculate the 24 hours calorie expenditure, which comes around 1800 kilocalorie for adult males and 1400 kilocalorie for adult females. Okay, so this is the basic energy requirement for an adult male and this is for an adult woman. ঠিক আছে? Next, the specific dynamic action. What do we mean by specific dynamic action or the thermogenic effect of food? Thermogenic, from the term itself we can say that it is the production of heat. Production of heat after taking particular food. That amount of energy production is known as specific dynamic action or the thermogenic effect of that food. Okay, so this energy is produced because of the energy expenditure for digestion, absorption and active transport of that nutrients to the organs. Okay, this is SDA or specific dynamic action of particular nutrients. Now coming to physical activity. So what is the effect of physical activity on BMR? In case of sedentary work, what do you mean by sedentary work? Less activity. So our life is sedentary life. And whose life is moderate working life? No, manual laborers, they are hard workers. Okay, so moderate workers are those who commute daily commute যাদের করতে হয়. Okay, and moderate activity যাদের থাকে. Okay, and heavy work, daily laborers and farmers and construction workers, all of them. Okay, so the energy requirement will be, in case of sedentary work it is 30% more of the BMR. This much calories should be given in the diet. In case of moderate work, 40% over the BMR. Okay, and in case of heavy workers, 50% extra of the BMR should be given in the diet. ঠিক আছে? So how to calculate a diet? We got an idea from this. So as we know that 800 kilocalorie is the average value of BMR for a healthy male. So for sedentary lifestyle, 1800 plus 30% of it. Okay, which comes around to 2000 kilocalorie. ঠিক আছে? Almost 2000 to 2200 around. So that will be the calorie input for a sedentary male. বোঝা গেছে? So in case of someone who is doing heavy works, 50% of that value, that means 1800 plus 900, 2700 kilocalories should be his daily dietary intake, calorie intake. বোঝা গেছে how to calculate? আচ্ছা. And during pregnancy and lactation, 300 and 500 kilocalorie per day should be added extra. Now coming to balanced diet. What do you mean by balanced diet? Balanced diet means not only fulfilling energy requirement. Right? Not only fulfilling energy requirement. Means ki, till now we saw what is the energy requirement or BMR and how to calculate the total energy requirement. If we provide that much energy only by one macronutrient, will it be enough? No. So we need to balance the diet as such, which contains variety of foods or variety of nutrients in adequate amount to meet the healthy state and general well-being of the person. Okay. So these points are important, like maintaining health and general well-being. In a balanced diet, there should the quantities of all the nutrients should be in such amount that is optimum to maintain a healthy state and general well-being of that person. Okay. So if not maintained, if balanced diet is not fulfilled or maintained, we can see nutritional disorders. So nutritional disorders are mainly of two types: protein energy malnutrition, where deficiency manifestations are there, and another is obesity, where there is excess intake of food leading to fat accumulation in body is seen. Right? So, what are the protein energy malnutritions? From the term itself, we can say there is protein deficit. Right? Protein energy malnutrition. In both the cases, what are the cases? Marasmus and kwashiorkor. Both the cases, protein is deficit. So what is the difference? What is the difference? In case of marasmus, it is a whole spectrum of malnutrition. Okay, it is a whole spectrum of malnutrition where there is deficiency of both energy and proteins. Like not only proteins. In case of marasmus, the whole calorific deficit is there and also protein deficit is there. But in case of kwashiorkor, what happens? Isolated deficiency of proteins, but calorie intake is adequate. ঠিক আছে? So how to differentiate? There will be edema. In which state? Marasmus or kwashiorkor? Kwashiorkor. Why?
There will be thin limbs, but edema in the abdomen.
Why? Why will be edema in kwashiorkor? So, isolated protein deficiency will lead to formation of edema. এটা তো আমরা আগেও পড়েছি যে যেখানে আমাদের কিডনি ফেলিয়ার হয় পেশেন্টের কিডনি in case of kidney failure what happens? Protein loss is excessive leading to hypoproteinemia or lower protein concentration in serum, and that will hamper our osmotic pressure with blood and extracellular fluid. So fluid from blood will move to extracellular compartment leading to edema. So here also in case of kwashiorkor where there is isolated protein deficiency, there will be edema. But in case of marasmus, no edema will be there. ঠিক আছে? And see, these are the other malnutritional malnutrition types, that is marasmic kwashiorkor. In kwashiorkor, what happens? So, if the standard body weight is 100, in kwashiorkor we can see 80 to 60% body weight is maintained. Okay. In case of marasmus, it is less than 60% because it is a combined malnutrition. Like energy deficit is also there and protein deficit is also there. In case of kwashiorkor, edema will be there, but in case of marasmus, no edema. And another types are marasmic kwashiorkor where the weight will be low with edema. Okay, in case of marasmus, no edema is there, but in case of marasmic kwashiorkor, there will be edema with excessive weight loss. In case of nutritional dwarfism, there will be weight will be very low without edema, and there will be no deficiency in weight for height. That means height will be stunted, resulting in dwarfism. বোঝা গেছে? In case of marasmus, kwashiorkor and marasmic kwashiorkor, height is normal, but weight is low. তাই তো? কি বোঝা যাচ্ছে? Deficiency in weight for height, মানে weight is lower than that particular weight, height. But in case of dwarfism or underweight child, height is also low. In case of underweight child, weight is low, but there is no edema and weight ranges in between 80 to 60% of standard weight. ঠিক আছে? So this is the WHO classification of malnutrition, showing different types of malnutrition. যার মধ্যে kwashiorkor and marasmus, these are protein energy malnutrition. So see, this is a child with kwashiorkor. The huge abdomen resulting from accumulation of fluid or peritoneal fluid accumulation. This is known as ascites. Ascites. Okay, and if we may see further, so we can see pedal edema also. Okay, legs and limbs are thin, but we can see edema in the hands and foot. ঠিক আছে? Whereas in a child with marasmus, he is cachexic, absolutely low weight, no edema. His limbs are lean and thin, and he looks very weak. তাই তো? Okay. To elaborate, marasmus, it is a chronic condition resulting from deficiency of both protein and energy. It is characterized by growth retardation, anemia, and fat and muscle wasting. ঠিক আছে? And in case of marasmus, there is adaptation to starvation, and that lead to protein and electrolyte concentration to remain within normal range. Okay, so how this adaptation takes place? By protein breakdown. By normal protein breakdown. তার জন্য severe loss of body fat and muscle দেখা যায়. Okay, that's why there is no edema. Serum protein is normal in case of marasmus. That's why there is no edema. বোঝা গেছে? But in case of kwashiorkor, what happens? There is severe protein deficiency, whereas the energy intake is adequate. So to differentiate marasmus and kwashiorkor, we should be very careful. In case of marasmus, there is both energy and protein deficit, but the serum protein is normal. In case of kwashiorkor, energy intake is adequate, but protein deficiency is there, leading to hypoproteinemia, and the symptoms are anorexia, severe edema with hypoalbuminemia, what I told, right? Hypoproteinemia, moon faces due to accumulation of fluid in face, depigmented hair and skin, fatty liver due to excess fat breakdown and increased requirement of energy. There may be fatty liver and distended abdomen due to fatty liver and ascites. What is ascites? I told you, collection of fluid in peritoneum. Okay, now this comparison between marasmus and kwashiorkor is very important, like very important. ঠিক আছে? So how to differentiate? The age of onset of marasmus will be less than 1 year, whereas kwashiorkor is seen in the children of 1 to 5 years. Okay, kwashiorkor happens mainly when there is a birth of a sibling. and the child gets neglected from proper protein intake. Okay. But marasmus occurs from generalized starvation. It is a condition where there is overall starvation. Okay. So deficiency in marasmus is calorie and protein both. In case of kwashiorkor, only protein. Cause is early weaning. What is weaning? What is weaning? Weaning মানে হচ্ছে stoppage. ঠিক আছে? And here the term weaning is related to stoppage of breast milk. ঠিক আছে? So if a child is early weaned, তার মানে কি? একটা জেনারেল একটা কন্ডিশনটাই স্টারভেশন, যে হয়তো ব্রেস্ট মিল্ক মায়ের হয়তো প্রপার ফর্মুলাই হয়নি, ঠিক আছে, that lead to early weaning and repeated infections. Whereas in case of kwashiorkor, this is precipitated by acute infection and starchy diet after weaning. And here weaning was proper in kwashiorkor as the child is slight older, 1 to 5 years. Right? So weaning was at proper time, but thereafter the child was fed on starchy diet. So high carbohydrate diet was there. Protein was low. Growth retardation is marked in case of marasmus, as there is, I'm repeating it, as in marasmus the deficit is both calorie and protein, the growth retardation will be marked. Whereas in kwashiorkor, growth retardation will be present but in a lesser amount, lesser level. Okay, the child will be irritable and fretful, whereas in kwashiorkor, child will be lethargic and apathetic. Appearance shrunken with skin and bones and dehydrated. We saw the images for marasmus. In case of kwashiorkor, the baby looks plump due to edema on face and lower limb also may show edema. তো দুটো ছবি যে আমরা দেখেছিলাম, সেই ছবিটা দেখে কি আমরা ডিফারেন্সিয়েট করতে পারছি এই বেবিটাকে অতটাও কি ম্যালনারিশড মনে হচ্ছে দেখে, যতটা একে মনে হচ্ছে, তাই না? Okay, in case of marasmus, the appetite is normal. Appetite is normal, but in case of kwashiorkor, there is anorexia or loss of appetite. Okay. In case of marasmus, there will be dry and atrophic skin, whereas there will be dermatitis, peeling and cracking of skin, known as crazy pavement dermatitis in kwashiorkor. Okay. Short note, short question, MCQ can come from this. The crazy pavement dermatitis seen in the names, options. Okay. Here in marasmus, there is no characteristic change in hair, whereas in kwashiorkor, there will be sparse, soft, thin hairs. Why? What is a composition of hair? Keratin. So it is a protein. So protein deficit will lead to sparse, soft, thin hairs. ঠিক আছে? Associated features, there may be watery diarrhea and other nutritional deficiencies leading to weak and atrophic muscles in case of marasmus. Associated features for kwashiorkor, there will be repeated infections like angular stomatitis, okay, and chelosis and watery diarrhea can also be there. ঠিক আছে? So all these are nothing but added infections. Whereas the serum albumin level here is normal. Here it is decreased. Cortisol level will be increased in marasmus and it will be decreased in kwashiorkor. Now coming to the last part, that is the excess accumulation of calorie leading to obesity. Right? If the food intake is excess than required, the extra amount of nutrients will be converted to fats and will be stored in different tissues, leading to obesity. So how obesity is calculated? This is the calculation known as body mass index or BMI. So two terms we learned today, BMR and BMI. Both are related to nutrition and their disorder. Okay, so BMI is nothing but body weight in kg per height in meter square. So kg per meter square. So you can easily calculate your BMI, and from this chart we can see whether what is the degree of obesity or whether there is any obesity at all present or not. So normal is 20 to 25 of BMI is normal. More than 25 up to 30 it is overweight. 30 to 35 is grade 2 obesity, and above 35 it is grade 3 obesity. Okay, clear? And what are the causes of obesity? Causes of obesity can be divided into three main reasons. Metabolic cause, then hormonal cause and genetic cause. Metabolic cause is due to accumulation of triglycerol, taito, TG. So this is nothing but due to excess caloric intake, taito. Metabolic cause is because of excess caloric intake that is extra or that exceeds the amount needed for body function, and here is also a deficiency of enzyme ATPase is seen. That is why there is decreased metabolism and more of weight gain. ঠিক আছে? In case of hormonal obesity, these are the causes for obesity. Hypothyroidism, you all know, hypogonadism, hypopituitarism and Cushing syndrome. ঠিক আছে? Clear? And what is the genetic cause? There are several genes potential to cause obesity. One example is mutation in leptin gene. Leptin leads to suppression of the food intake. Okay? If leptin is deranged, it will lead to higher intake of food leading to obesity. Okay? So these are the three causes for obesity. And what are the health risks in case of obesity? Or an obese person has the risk of hypertension. Why hypertension? Because of the excess fat accumulation in body, peripheral pressure will increase. So heart needs to pump more. Right? What is blood pressure? Pressure exerted by the blood vessels. Right? So vessels jodi compressed hoye jay tahole pressure berei jabe. Coronary heart disease. Why coronary heart disease? Increased concentration of triglyceride leading to atherosclerosis, leading to coronary heart disease. Insulin resistant diabetes mellitus. Okay, so excess accumulation of fat may lead to insulin resistance. Atherosclerosis I told, and sometimes cancer also. বোঝা গেছে? So these are the risks for obesity.